In today's video, I'm going to show you how to start an affiliate website. I am here logged into the analytics account for one of my affiliate websites. I actually run several affiliate websites. And as you can see on this website, I get anywhere from 800 to just over 1,000 visitors every single day. So for example, on the 7th and 8th of September, I've had 1,173 visitors. And then you can see that it sort of fluctuates between 800 to 1,100 visitors. All of these visitors that I get are 100% free. They find my website on Google. I'm going to show you exactly how to get that traffic in this video. So after these customers find my website on Google, they browse my website and then they buy various affiliate products through my links and I get paid affiliate commissions. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of proof as well. For example, here are my commissions that have come from this website as well as other websites and from the lists that I've built from these websites. You can see there are pretty much daily sales. So that's in June. Okay, there's pages and pages of sales that have come in. Here is another program that I promote through that website. You can see there are once again sales of this affiliate offer every couple of days, every few days that come in as well. And so I've decided to make this video to show you step by step a very in-depth tutorial that will actually help you learn how to start an affiliate marketing website. And I'm also including the full plan for how you can start from scratch, from zero, from having nothing at all, build that website and how you can get it to the $100 a day level. So I'm going to include the full plan later on in this video. I'm going to show you step by step everything that you need to know to get that. And best thing, of course, is that it's all about getting 100% free traffic. You don't need a budget for ads. So all of the traffic that I'm going to show you how to get comes from free sources. I hope you're going to love it. Let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Kononenko, and on this Caffeinated Blogger YouTube channel, I publish regular videos where I help people succeed with affiliate marketing, blogging, and free traffic generation. So if you're not yet a subscriber, click subscribe just below this video and enable all notifications to make sure that you get updates from me as soon as I upload my next video. Thanks again, and let's get into the video. So first of all, let's take a look at some examples of affiliate marketing websites. Here is one of my affiliate websites, and that's travelcroc.com. It's a fairly simple looking blog, nothing complicated. It gets a lot of traffic, and all of the traffic that it generates and therefore all of the money that it makes is free traffic. So I don't have any expenses to bring traffic onto this website, which is awesome because it means that it's 100% profit. If you type in Bora Bora facts into Google, you will see that travelcroc.com, my website, ranks at #1 position for this search term, as well as on page 1 for hundreds of other keywords. And I get all of this traffic for free to my website, and then they click ads and affiliate links within my blog post and they generate the sales. Affiliate websites can be in a variety of different niches. I just want to show you a couple of examples in other niches. So here is a website, abeautifulmess.com, and this particular blog post comes up if somebody types into Google search best hosting for blogs. They come up here around position 9 or 10, but they are on page 1 in Google. And of course, all of this traffic that they get is 100% free, which is awesome. When people are searching for best hosting for blogs, for different options, they find this blog post, and then the links that are here are actually affiliate links. So for example, they're recommending Bluehost, which is a hosting company that's quite popular. And if somebody clicks on Bluehost, guess what? It gets redirected through their affiliate link. All right, you can see that it's affiliate campaign equals affiliate link, a beautiful mess, no type. So if somebody now ends up signing up to the Bluehost hosting program for an account, then the owners of this website are going to make a commission that's about $100 US per sale. And that's great because it's 100% profit because they managed to get all of this free traffic from Google. And this niche, by the way, is not really a niche blog. It's a website that is a lifestyle blog. So you can see here, it's a lifestyle blog, right? And they publish on a variety of different topics, crafts, sewing, jewelry, photo books, plants, decor, recipes, advice, style, and favorites. So you can definitely take that approach as well, where you can just publish about things that interest you. You can still get a ton of traffic that way. And just the third final example is in the drone niche. If we Google best drones for kids, here is a website that comes up just over here, Air Drone Craze. And this is, it's a niche website. It's dedicated to drones. And you can see that they've got some links here. These are also affiliate links. So if somebody clicks, if somebody, for example, reads about this Tello mini drone and they think, well, that actually looks like a really good drone, I want to buy it, and they click this link, see current price and reviews at Amazon, this is an affiliate link. So once again, this is an affiliate link, and any sales will generate a commission that will be paid to the owner of this website here. So as you can see, you can actually have niche blogs or niche affiliate websites in a variety of different niches. It can even be a multi-niche site, just like what we saw with one of the examples before. And you can really go for, you can choose from dozens and dozens of different niches. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. I'm going to show you how to find a great niche and then how to build a website in that niche that gets 100% free traffic. So the first step is choosing your niche, of course. And something to get out of the way, I recommend against starting a website in these niches, a health niche and anything that's got to do with diseases. So for example, how to stop a cold or how to get your hair back. All of those kinds of topics are bad ideas, as well as anything that's got to do with money and loans. So for example, how to become rich in your retirement, how to invest your money, how to trade stocks, those kinds of things. They're bad ideas for a number of reasons. First of all, very, very competitive. Secondly, Google now does not really give any rankings to just mom and dad bloggers, like people like you and me. If we don't have any special qualifications, they will not rank our websites. So generally for health and diseases and anything that's got to do with money, so where there is risk to the visitor's health or to the visitor's sort of where the visitor can invest and lose a lot of money potentially, we will just not get ranked. Google verifies manually the credentials of those kinds of websites and only ranks professional websites. So for example, for health and diseases, they will only rank websites like WebMD and Mayo Clinic, which are actual professional medical websites. Okay, so even though it might seem like a good idea to go into health niche because you can make a lot of money there, you just don't want to do this because you're not going to get traffic. If you have no idea how to find a profitable niche for your affiliate website, then the best idea is to Google for it. So if you type into Google list of affiliate niches, you're going to get a lot of results. And if you look through all of these results, you're most likely going to find some ideas that potentially interest you. Then after you've found some of these ideas, you need to research them a little bit to make sure that you can actually do well in those niches. For example, you might be browsing through, you can see, okay, romance niche, that's maybe something that you haven't thought about. Then gaming niche or hobby niche, for example, home gardening, woodworking, survival guides, arts and crafts, those kinds of niches. It's just, if you Google for it, that will allow you to quickly generate a list of ideas. And then once you've got a few different ideas that you're thinking of, then you can move on to the next step, which is validating your niche. So here is the process that we're going to follow. We're going to take an idea of a niche, and let's just here go with gardening niche as an example. Okay, let's say we're thinking of starting a website in the gardening niche. We're going to take a keyword, any keyword, we're going to type it in, and then we're going to look for some hobby websites in that niche, just to see if there are actually sort of mom and dad blogs rather than huge corporate blogs in that niche. If we see a lot of those kind of results in top 10, then that's really good. And we're going to then analyze the keywords for which these hobby sites rank. So let's get into it. It'll make sense in just a second. So let's just choose something like how to grow garlic indoors and see what comes up. Okay, now what is coming up, what I can see here is the very first result that comes up is this marthastewart.com. So it doesn't sound like a corporate website. It doesn't sound like Better Homes and Gardens or one of those backyard sort of TV shows. So that's a good thing. Let's take a look at Martha Stewart's website and let's take a look at what kind of content she's got and what kind of website it is. So here I can see that this is a website that just run by one person and it's Martha's blog. Okay, so this is not a corporate website. Very good, because this is going to be the type of website that you and I are going to start as well. Now, if for some reason you typed in a search query and you see a lot of corporate websites, then try a longer search query, something a little bit unusual. Go with some of these longer suggestions. So for example, how to grow garlic from, okay, then it says from cloves in containers, something like that. And continue searching, maybe try 10, 20, 30 different searches until you find a website similar to this one, which is sort of not a corporate website. If you just can't find any of these kind of sites, then move on to the next niche. Now we want to validate this website. So coming back to our plan, after we find these kind of hobby websites like this marthastewart.com, we want to analyze their keywords. And that's what we're going to do right now. Let's take this URL, marthastewart.com, and I'm going to use this tool, Ahrefs. You can actually get 7-day trial to it for $7. Ahrefs.com, a really, really good tool. I highly recommend it. I'm not an affiliate for it, by the way. They don't have an affiliate program, unfortunately. But if you go into Site Explorer and then type in marthastewart.com into Site Explorer, you will see the information about this website. It's actually quite a strong website. It's got domain rank 88. And it's currently ranking for 3.9 million different organic keywords. Now, the cool thing about Ahrefs is that I can click on these 3.9 million organic keywords and I can now analyze and I can apply different filters. So what I want to do is apply word count from 5. Okay, so minimum, I want to see key phrases that have a minimum of 5 words, and I want to have keyword difficulty of maximum 5. So a keyword difficulty of 7, and a new website, brand new website, can rank in Google for keywords that are like around keyword difficulty 5 or 7 generally. And now after we've applied this, we can actually see that there is a ton of keywords, 304,000 different keywords that she publishes about. So we can now dig through, and this will give us an idea for what kind of keywords we can go for, what kind of keywords her website is ranking for, and what kind of keywords we can also publish about. From here, what you want to do is to make sure that you've got lots and lots of different keywords which seem like they're easy to write about. Now, what I can see by looking at Martha Stewart's keywords, I can see two things. First of all, it looks like she's pretty huge because there's a lot of people who are searching for Martha Stewart, some kind of recipes. Second, her website is not strictly about gardening. Her website is also about cooking. So maybe this is not the best website to analyze, because if you want to start a gardening website, it's hard to find keywords here that are dedicated to gardening because most of the stuff is about cooking. So let's go back and let's actually try to find a website here that talks about the that looks like it's a website that's just dedicated to gardening. And one of these websites, this one here, balconygardenweb.com, this actually looks like a website that potentially is just about growing. So it's growing food, vegetables, spices, urban gardening guide. So that looks like a pretty good one as well. So let's just take that and let's analyze that instead. So I'm just going to show you sort of what to do, in different circumstances. So balconygardenweb.com. So let's open that and let's take a look at the kind of keywords that we can get from this. So this is also a reasonably big website, 133,000 different keywords. So let's click on the keywords and we can apply keyword difficulty maximum 5 and word count once again minimum 5 words. So we want the longer tail keywords. All right, and that's perfect. So this gives us 7,000 highly targeted keywords, and we can see keywords such as can you grow grapes in a pot. So now what we want to do is we want to validate the keywords and make sure that they're actually easy enough. And if I open this button SERP, and you can do this manually in Google as well, I can check out the top 10 search results. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this value, this first column. I want at least 2 websites to be of value of 1 million or higher. Now this Ahrefs rank, it ranks all of the websites from the strongest to the weakest. And a website number 1 million is a fairly weak website, okay? And a website, like let's say if a website is this one here, 15,000, it's higher up in the food chain, so it's quite a strong website. So I want keywords, and I want lots of keywords that have lots of weak websites. And weak websites is anything that's 1 million or lower. So 6.4 million, 8 million, 28 million. This is all really, really good news for us. It means that this keyword would be fairly easy for us to rank for. So you want to kind of have a look around and make sure that you've got dozens and dozens and dozens of these kind of keywords that are long, that have a low keyword difficulty, and that have a lot of weak websites in the top 10 search results. Once you have decided on your niche, the next thing that you've got to do is actually set up your website. And to do that, you need to buy your domain and buy your hosting. I've got links in the description below through which you can get both the domain and the hosting. There's also a link to a very detailed tutorial on what you need to do in order to register your domain and set up your hosting. I'm not going to do this in this video, otherwise this video will be hours and hours long. So I'm just going to quickly show you how this actually works and what it is. So when you're over at Namecheap and you've decided on what your domain name should actually be, then you can register your domain here. So you can, for example, say Greg's awesomegarden.com, and you can check whether this kind of domain is available or not. And if it is available, then you can go ahead and register it. And then you will need to also register what's called a hosting account and then connect your domain name to your hosting account. Now, as I was saying before, I've got all the links and all the detailed tutorials for that in the description. So if you're not sure of how to get the domain, how to buy your hosting and how to set it all up, then check the links in the description below and you will be able to follow step by step until you've got your domain and your hosting set up. So now let's talk about the plan of what you need to do to actually start getting this traffic and start making the sales. So the first thing that you've got to do is you have to start publishing content on your website, and your content needs to cover some keywords that are low difficulty. I'm going to show you step by step how to do that in just a second. Your content needs to be at least 2,000 words long or longer. And the reason why the content has to be fairly long is because Google these days really likes high quality, in-depth content. And your site currently, if you've just started it, the website, it does not have a lot of authority. So short content that's, let's say, 400 words or 600 words is just not going to cut it, because you will need to outcompete the other websites and the length of their content. So your content needs to be really high quality, and it needs to be very in-depth, and it needs to be, ideally, you need to try and create content that is better than your competitors' content. So let me show you exactly step by step and the details behind it. So we've already got a list of our potential keywords, and we've got 7,000 different keywords that we can write about. So we can definitely create a really great site using this list. And what I like to do personally is I like to check out the search results. So can you grow grapes in a pot? That was the one that we were looking at. So I generally take a look at the weakest site in this list. So the weakest site here is this one with 28 million. So it's, if number one is the strongest, this website is like number 28 million all the way down the ladder. And when your site first starts out, rank will be about 70 million or 80 million. So it's kind of, you can compare the two, 28 million and 70 million in terms of the strength of the website is not that far apart. So let's open this website, and I normally take a look at how long this content is. So if I select all of this, and I've got a special extension installed in the browser, but you can just copy and paste into Microsoft Word. I just put this, count these words. It tells me there is 1,209 words, okay? And that is how this website manages to rank, even though it's a very weak website. That's how it manages to rank in page one, because they've got reasonably long content, 1,200 words. But this also tells me that if I publish an article on my weak website that is high quality, and that's, let's say, 2,000 or 2,500 keywords, I probably have a very good chance of outranking and taking this spot from this website. My website potentially will rank as number 8, and this website will get pushed down. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that this website title of the post on this website is how to grow grapes in containers. Okay, and the keyword is, can you grow grapes in a pot? So my website is actually, if I write an article that will have can you grow grapes in a pot in the title as well as throughout the article, then my website is going to be more relevant. So potentially I might even get into 7, 6 or 5 position. And that means that my website will be there and it will actually start to get traffic. That is my thinking every time when I try to get free traffic onto my affiliate site. So this website actually looks really good, and I would definitely recommend to write an article on this, or if I was in this niche and I own this website, then I would definitely write on this keyword. So you can apply the same logic on all of the other keywords. You can just go through them and sort of pick out, look at the SERP results and pick out the keywords that are good or that are bad. You want to see a lot of weak websites, and you want to see a lot of short content in top 10 results. This keyword here, for example, I probably would not go for, plant with purple and green leaves. There is no website here that is 1 million or weaker. The weakest website here is 484,000, and all the other websites are pretty strong. So I probably would not write on this particular keyword. The next step is to create your content, and I'm going to show you step by step how I do this, but here is a summary. So you will want to research and you will want to find other posts that have been written on this topic, and you will want to read those posts and create, based on those other people's posts, you want to create an outline, sort of like a plan of attack or a plan for your article to make it the best, the most in-depth, the most high quality article that can possibly be written on this topic. Because Google can really tell if your article is high quality or not. So I really recommend putting in a little bit of time and thought into creating an awesome, amazing article. Your article really should be 2,000 words, potentially even longer if you have got the time or resources to write a longer article. And you will need to include your main keyword that you're targeting in the title. And you will also need to include it a few times in the actual body of the article as well. So let's say if we're writing an article on this keyword here, can you grow grapes in a pot? Then that's going to go into the title of our article. So let's jump into WordPress. I'm now logged in here into the backend of one of my demo websites. It's positivenumerology.com. However, of course, the URL, the link of the website would be whichever link you have chosen for your domain name. So now you will want to press add new, and that will create a new post for you. I am using a classic editor interface. You can actually, you might be seeing a different interface here, what's called the Gutenberg editor. And if that's the case, the logic of what I'm going to show you stays exactly the same. It's just a slightly different interface that you might have to work with. So then I will typically do all of my research. So I type in, can you grow grapes in a pot? And I will literally go through and open and read each of these articles. And I will create an outline of the articles, so sections and subsections, what I want to write about. So here it says how to grow grapes in a pot. Okay, so I will read all of these. I'll read all of the tips. I will take notes of all of this. I will do the same thing with this website, gardening know-how, container grown grapes. Okay, so I'll read all of this again and just sort of make sure that I understand everything that I'm reading. Then I will, when I'm creating the post, I generally like to start with the exact keyword that I'm targeting, the key phrase that I'm targeting. I might modify it slightly if it sounds weird to just start with that, but this one sounds fine. So can I grow grapes? So I might call it something like this. Can I grow grapes in a pot? The ultimate grape growing guide. Then you can see here there is something called permalink. So permalink is going to be the exact full URL, the full link of your blog post, and you don't want it to be positivenumerology.com, can I grow grapes in a pot, the ultimate guide. So we can shorten it and we can just call it grapes in a pot. Okay, so just go like this, okay, and that will change the link. So that looks a lot better, positivenumerology.com/grapes in a pot. And then we can start writing the actual article in here. And by the way, you can switch. If you end up in this text view, you can click visual and that'll open the visual view, the one that you're probably going to be more comfortable with. That looks a bit like Microsoft Word. So you will want to have your introduction, okay, and then you will have to have your sections. Section, and then conclusion. And you will want it to be about 2,000 words. All right, so here I've written the introduction. Quite often I have wondered, can I grow grapes in a pot? So I've decided to find out more about it. After I've done all the research, I've decided to write this ultimate guide to help everyone grow grapes in a pot. You can write a bit more of an introduction. Then I'm saying, let's get started. Then I've got my first section. So of course, you don't want to have section. You want to have the actual kind of like subsection name. See here, tips for planting grapevines in pots, maintaining your container. So these are all sections, and you will want to do the same things. So here I've written as the first section, what kind of equipment is required. So I'm going to make it heading 2. So heading 2 will format this heading as sort of larger, maybe slightly bolded text, depending on the settings of your WordPress theme. And then in here, you can go ahead and write out what kind of equipment is required. Then your next section would be, potentially, depending on your research, it might be, how often should I water the grapes in a pot, etc., etc., etc. So put all of your content for each of these subsections underneath each of the subsection headings. So what can you actually expect from your new affiliate website that you've just started? Well, after 2 to 3 months and after 20 or 30 posts, you can expect to start seeing some traffic. However, once this traffic has actually started coming in, it will grow much, much faster because your website will be gaining authority, and with more authority, all of your previous posts will go up in rankings, and you will just start getting more and more traffic because you will also be publishing more and more posts. Now, it might sound daunting because 2 to 3 months is a long time to wait. And it might sound kind of like, you got to put a lot of posts up there, 20 to 30 posts. The reason why these sort of thresholds are there is, in my mind, I don't know for sure, but to Google, they will want to see that your website is actually a website that you're committed to, because a lot of people start websites, they publish 2 or 3 posts, they expect to make $1 million from those 2 or 3 posts, and then they never publish again. Of course, Google has to try and separate what are the quality websites from all of the spammy sort of websites that are just not worth including in their rank. And what sets high quality websites apart from the spammy websites is that they're committed, they continue publishing high quality posts, and that's why you need to just stick to it. Even if you don't see any results after 1 or 2, even 3 months, continue publishing. And if you only publish 1 or 2 posts, you're not going to get any traffic. I'm sorry, but it's just not going to happen. That's how it works. I've already started and I've successfully built from scratch a number of niche websites, and that is exactly how it works. It's the same with Google every single time. Sometimes I have to wait 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, but you just need to continue publishing on these super, super low competition keywords. Here is something to keep in mind that I wanted to share with you. These are the stats for one of my niche blogs, niche affiliate websites that I started last year. You can see I started in May 2019. So for the first kind of 3 months or so, I was only getting 20 to 30 visitors per day. That was everything. And I continued publishing. I think I published about 30 articles in the first 3 months, and still I was barely getting any traffic. But you can see that it just continues to grow. It grows higher and higher and higher the more content you have and the more authority you have. And then look at this, I've just refreshed it, and then for November, all of a sudden I had an explosion. So from May to November, that's 6 months, right? That's when the traffic really started building up, 450 a day. And then it went over 1,000 visitors per day in November. So a lot of people kind of give up when they're still in this baby phase, when they don't really get any traffic. I had a bit of spikes because of some social media traffic that I got at that time. But then, slowly it just built up. And then if I'd given up, if I stopped this website over here, as a lot of, like 99% of bloggers, they do it for a month, they publish 5 posts and then they stop. If you stick to this, you can see that the rewards can definitely come. The other question that I get quite often is about keyword volume. So this keyword here has only got 60 searches per month, and it just sounds like it's not a big enough volume. I don't worry about that, because if your article is high quality and if you rank for this keyword that's got 60 searches per month, your article will also rank for hundreds of other related keywords, and Google just does that automatically. So if your article is good and if you get rankings for this one keyword, you will most likely naturally rank for a ton of other related keywords. So definitely anything that's got 50 or more searches per month is enough volume for you to start writing your articles about. If you want to learn more about this topic, because there's quite a lot to cover, I've got currently a special 35% off discount on my training and mentoring program that's dedicated to helping you build your authority affiliate websites. So just check the links in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Here are a couple of videos that I recommend that you watch next. Also check the links in the description below. I've got a ton of links to all of the other videos on my channel that are super helpful for you if you want to start your own affiliate website. Subscribe to my channel if you're not yet a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.